If you look at what's gone on in Portland, those are anarchists, and we've taken a very tough stand. If we didn't take a stand in Portland, we've arrested many of these leaders. If we didn't take that stand, right now you would have a problem like, they were going to lose Portland.
President Trump defending his decision to deploy federal officers to Portland. Mayor Ted Wheeler is demanding they leave the city. Now, House Democrats are calling for an investigation into reports of agents unlawfully arresting protesters. Let's bring in Mark Morgan, Acting Commissioner of Customs and Border Protection. Thanks for being here.
You bet.
Let me play this soundbite from Mayor Ted Wheeler about federal troops in his city.
We have dozens, if not hundreds, of federal troops descending upon our city. And what they're doing is they are sharply escalating the situation. Their presence here is actually leading to more violence and more vandalism. And it's not helping the situation at all. They're not wanted here. We haven't asked them here. In fact, we want them to leave.
Commissioner, your response to that?
It's just ridiculous, Brett. It's really just it's actually a stupid statement that's not based in reality or fact. Look, the reality here is this violence began in his city well before we deployed additional resources there. And these individuals we're talking about are not protesters, but they're criminals. Every night, they're willfully coordinating, organizing, and planning to intentionally attack and destroy federal property and harm federal agents and officers. Those are criminals. That's who we're talking about. That's why we're there. And, Brett, we're not going anywhere.
The federal authorities are on the ground. They include Border Patrol agents. Is that right?
That's correct. We actually have what's called BORTAC, our special trained agents. Look, we're the largest law enforcement organization in the United States, and the individuals that we're sending up there are specially trained for specific situations just like this.
Well, to that point, the New York Times has this report in which it says the tactical agents deployed by Homeland Security include officials from a group known as BORTAC, the Border Patrol's equivalent to a SWAT team, highly trained group that normally is tasked with investigating drug smuggling organizations as opposed to protesters in cities. They're saying that they don't have the proper training to deal with the situation at hand.
It's just false. It's kind of ironic. So they're saying they're highly trained, but then they're not trained. So these individuals, as well as from our Office of Field Operation, our special response team, they are specifically trained in this. We have over 300 ports of entry, a lot of those land ports of entry, which we have individuals who come to that in large groups and protest on a regular basis. So not are they trained, but they're highly experienced in exactly these types of situations, Brett.
How do you get the emotion down? How do you take it down a notch with the people that you have on the ground? The Portland mayor is saying that you're inciting it. Obviously, the president and the federal government believes that you have to be there because the violence is getting out of control.
Brett, the president is right, and that's actually right. We actually have a statutory responsibility. The Federal Protective Service has a statutory responsibility to protect federal buildings, and they also have the statutory authority to do that. That's why we're there. And again, I'll restate, the violence started well before we put additional resources there. Brett, we actually had credible information that the federal buildings were going to be attacked. That's what led us to putting more resources there. And guess what? That's exactly what happened. I mean, just the past couple of days, we've had both police stations and federal buildings boarded up with commercial-grade fireworks launched in these buildings to set them on fire with people inside. So to answer your question, what we need is local leaders to stop saying ridiculous, irresponsible things, reach out to these protesters and get the police to work with us to go out and stop and arrest these criminals. That's what needs to be done. But they refuse to do it.
Commissioner, this is a time where we're focusing on this violence in cities. But what is happening on the border for people who want to know what's going on there?
So right now, Brett, I'm glad you asked that. Right now, what our main focus is, look, every single day we continue to stop criminals and apprehend criminals and drugs that are pouring in, killing citizens in this country. But right now, obviously, COVID-19 is absolutely a focus for us. And because under the CDC order, what we refer to as Title 42, This is not a border enforcement issue. This is a public health issue, and it's a public health order that came from CDC. And what that does is that gives the CBP the authority to, when we encounter someone, to immediately return them back to Mexico. About 86% of those we apprehend, we return back to Mexico in about under 2 hours. And that prevents us from introducing those into our system and really furthering the spread of COVID. It's actually been a game changer, and I believe it saves countless lives in this country.
All right, Acting Commissioner Mark Morgan, thanks for the time.